Hello guys, we're gonna be reviewing this new Call of Duty patch that Call of Duty released for the first week. If you didn't know, this was the first beta of the Call of Duty. It was on September 14 and it ended on September 19. Well, it didn't end. That was the first week of the beta. But now we're gonna be seeing some new changes due to the community's reposts and comments on this. And today we're gonna be reviewing the patch notes that the game has released. It says hello Modern Warfare 2 players. Well, hello Infinity Ward. So they're saying here that they're amazed to see how many people hopped onto the beta. And for this week, for the second week, I don't know if they're gonna release cross-platform play or anything like that. And they did receive a lot of feedback on the game and so many socials. And they also have some new modes and maps and changes and things that'll be so. For the weekend one, they saw some bugs and crashes. So they're gonna fix various crashes on the game. I mean, I didn't experience a lot of crashes on the game personally. I didn't. I played the game straightly, and I didn't even crash one single time. I don't know if that's an issue to like any other console, like PS4 or something like that. But I do hope it gets fixed for all those players. And the game exploits, I hope these address the game exploits. I hope these addresses like the wall glitches, how people just get into walls and exploit. Luckily, I haven't ran to any of those. That's good. That's good. That's good news. But I've been seeing a lot of people doing it lately, and I won't be mentioning that. So they're gonna be fixing some patch geo and lighting issues. So geography and lighting issues, I guess. I think updated progression is where like you could add like more equipment to your gun, attachments, stuff like that, you know. And here is where they read all your socials, community posts, comments on the game. Where it used to be like the mini maps. So when I was playing on the mini maps, right, I was in the map, and when I was going down shooting, I wouldn't see any enemy red dot on the map in case I fired. I would literally have to be there camping and knowing. But now they made it better with a UAV active. And they also it helps people who fire their weapons. And they're also gonna be supporting rush players because they want them to actively search for the players instead of just traveling directly where they are. In the mini maps, you can just get gunned down on the corner. That's not fun. And they're gathering more feedback in regards to the topic and target tracking. So for target tracking, I've been using the guns, and I gotta tell you that the visibility on the guns is so bad. Like it's so much smoke, the gun just pumps up, and I can't see the targets. And I play on controller, right? So I just have to hope that I'm actually shooting the target and hearing for the hit markers. And I feel like that's unfair. Like I really am happy for this change, cause tracking I wouldn't be able to see the enemy. But yes, I agree that this is a great change. I really like the game, like as fun, not to be super realistic, you know. And they're gonna reduce muzzle flash too. That's really good. Just to help someone who's firing at you. These changes should help. Oh, this is gonna be great. It'll help out with tracking opponents. And they're also gonna be helping visualizing targets and friendlies. So for example, instead of seeing their nameplate above like all of them, they're gonna make it like more differentiative, like different. You know, they're gonna switch up the nameplates for something on the matters. And for user interface, they have seen difficulty getting around the perks because I personally do not understand the perks. It's really confusing for me to get around. Like I personally never tried to make my own perk package because I don't know anything about perk combining. But yeah, they're gonna fix it, or maybe not. And they're also gonna make it easier to manage loadouts and accessing the armory. And they also identified some bugs as well. I guess they won't be adjusting this for week 2, but these are gonna be next at launch. I guess it says there. It says they. So for example. people were complaining that they wanted the Dead Silence perk to be a perk. No, not a Dead Silence perk. The field upgrade Dead Silence. People wanted it to be a perk, right? But Call of Duty said it's not really good because they want to punish players who are moving around the map too much, and they don't want it to be a disadvantage. So they made it easier, and you also get ultimate perks as you're inside the match, so you don't need to get like kills. I don't know yet. So and they're also gonna increase the acceleration earn rate of the perks to see how players are gonna like react to that. And later on, they're gonna balance out the game as the weeks go by. And for Dead Silence, right? This is the hot topic people were talking about, and they wanted it to see as a perk instead of a field upgrade. But it's important. But Infinity Ward believes it's important to keep the game alive, so that rushers are not able to move at high speeds without being like consequentially punished. So Dead Silence as a field upgrade is more of a balanced, more between of a balance of freedom and movement and predictability of combat. So for the footsteps, they're gonna change this. For the footsteps, I think that the footsteps is gonna be a great change because when I hear footsteps, I don't know which way they're coming from. I look there and then they're back of me and kill me, bro. That's not fun. So for the footstep audio for the beta was very high, and they're also giving long directional information about enemies where you can like literally see where people are coming from, left, right, back, or front. So they're gonna be doing some big changes in that coming next weekend. And they're also reducing the range of the footstep audio. So I guess that's for like they're gonna change it for jog, sprint, and tactical sprint. They're gonna reduce the audio cues. And this will make it better for rushers to rush without like having to worry about people hearing them from afar. And now they're gonna be switching footsteps. Now it's gonna be way more distinct to tell who's an enemy and who's not. And this should help everybody understand who's an enemy, who's a friendly, because it's really confusing for me to find an enemy when I hear my friendly footsteps confusing me. And for the slide canceling, I don't think they're going to add it because Infinity Ward is doubling down. I think that they're not gonna add slide cancel, and people really wanted it for the slide cancel, but they won't be adding it. But they do have some slide changes that will make the movement feel a bit more fluid and snappy, they said. And they're also going to be kicking off the beta at Thursday, September 22 at 10 p.m. So, yeah, that's been it for the beta, and I hope you guys enjoy the patch notes, and thank you for listening to my rant, and hope to see you again in my next videos. See you later, and peace out.